Okay, show of hands. So, who in the last week has either walked, run, or cycled as an everyday journey, a commute, for example? Oh, my work is done. I don't. Okay, fine. Maybe I'm preaching to the converted. Okay, so I'm Scott. I'm from Run Friendly. That's right, Run Friendly, not unfriendly. Please don't be confusing me with that. So the topic of the talk is good for you, good for the city. So look at these people's faces. Look at the emotion, the glee, the joy, the pride that those people are feeling. Look at that. I love the tune. It's a fantastic thing, but look at their faces. Look at that. Why are they waiting for that? Why are they waiting? I don't know. Now, I'm not opposed to this either. So maybe this is coming, maybe it's going to transform the way that you live in dense urban areas. Maybe. But if it does, I think it's going to be slow and boring. A fast-moving Tesla has no right to make us move in any other way. But if it's poodling along with my mum who's got COPD, emphysema for the older ones amongst you, then great, it's kind of inclusive and it's good. But if it's fast-moving and we have to get out of the way, I'm not a fan. And I don't think many mayors are either. So, what are the global trends that we're looking at? We have a massive crisis to do with obesity, child and adult. We have toxic air quality, a disgraceful amount of stuff to breathe, and I run a lot. We have incredible levels of loneliness and social isolation, even though we're surrounded by each other. And then we have inequality, both between cities and within cities. And I'm an optimist. So, just take one of those. Let's take levels of physical activity. So 80% of the world's population, adult population, don't do enough activity on a daily basis. And yet an almost equal amount of people want to be more active. We've designed being active out of our daily lives. So what can we do about it? We're on a mission. We're on a mission to help more people cycle, run, move actively, scoot, however you want to get about a city, but use human power to do so. And we want you to do so more often in cities in particular. The 3 and the 9 look after themselves. We're sort of advocating for both of those as well. We love walking, we love cycling, we do one of those, but we also like running around cities as well, as places to explore, to kind of like a flaneur, but of a 21st century version. Why? It's a gift that keeps on giving, for all of these reasons, which I won't elaborate on. It's also, I found this out only yesterday, you're 40% less likely, excuse the typo, to get a cold if you regularly exercise outdoors during winter months. That's amazing, sure. Do you? I thought so. Okay, and you happen to be in the run commute capital of the world, people. Come on, this is a good stat, surely. That's according to Strava. A rather self-selecting audience, I know. And you data daredevils amongst you will query that. But anyway, I'm taking it. This is a dump of data from everyone but Strava, actually. But Endomondo, Runkeeper, a bunch of others. That's how we do our A to B journeys. This is more interesting. So, if anyone runs, what time of day do you prefer to run or cycle? If you have a preference. Morning or afternoon or evening? I'm going to go morning. Put your hands up if it's morning. Get it done. About half. Evening. Leave it late. Almost equal. Lunchtime. You're everyone. Yeah, brilliant. I can see how you got a stress factor. Too much running. She does it 3 times a day. Right, okay. Basically what that's showing you is there's about a 6x amount of running from people running from work to home. Now you can infer a bunch of stuff from that, but I've read into it one thing. So we're in this era of promoting and evangelizing for more active travel and micro travel. Great, I love that. At the same time, if you study most cities, you'll see that the amount of available capacity for people to get clean at the end of their journey, very limited. Very, very limited. You can see where I'm going here. Equally, a little bit like Airbnb. There's nowhere for you to list your shower. There's nowhere for you to find out about where you get clean. And there's no way to access it. Therein lies an idea, methinks. Okay, so we're building a web platform to basically help you get clean anywhere in the city, however you move around the city. Surely this is a good idea. For the runner at the front, it certainly is. And then it's also a great way for those venues to earn more income for their asset, which is massively underused. Anyway, so it's an Airbnb for showers. It's all about secondary revenue for those places, and we all get to not be quite as smelly as we have been previously. Okay, this is where we're testing it. If you ever come into this part of the city, we want to sign you up as a tester. Take part, we need you. The second one, slightly less developed, is air quality friendlier, not friendly, friendlier routes. So how can you not follow Google and Citymapper, which take you down the shortest but dirtiest routes? How can you do something in a cleaner air way? Discuss. That's what we're looking at next. So where are we? We're pre-MVP. We're building. So in December we'll have our first trial. We've got 66 venues signed up, 7 chains. We've got now just over 330 is pre-sign-ups. I was giving out flyers at an event at the weekend. And then we've got some strategic partners, like these guys. Lovely people. The Go Ahead, they're a big bus and train company. They do 1 billion trips a year. We're about to do a big campaign with them in January to try and encourage people to actively move one part of their journey. Please do that if you live further away. We're sort of swimming with the policy tide. This is London, which is by no means in the vanguard, but 80% of all journeys to be done on foot, by bike, by public transport by 2041. 80%. So this is some made-up numbers to try and impress an investor if they're in your room. Basically, they're entirely preposterous. Entirely preposterous. However, if you've got money, we need something. Right, great. What else do we need? We need some data daredevils. Amongst you, there must be some data daredevils, and we need you. We need some. That's a data scientist in anyone else's language, by the way. But I call you a data daredevil to make you feel better about yourself. You could be a ninja in any other way. You could be just good at anything else. Whatever you're great at, we want to hear from you, and we want you to take part. You might just run or cycle occasionally. We want you to take part, because we need friends and we need evangelists, and we think in the room you may be some of those. Final plug. This is a sort of entirely ripped off thing of something I'd done before called the Urban Mobility Innovation Index. We've basically taken mobility at a larger scale and gone down to running, because I'm slightly obsessed with running. So this is something we're doing. We need some research ninjas to work with us. So I've come up with a framework with a bloke from CASA. Hello, Adam, if you're here. Hello, Chrissy. But basically, we need some research skills to help us do the first 6 cities. We have, for example, Oslo signed up. We have London signed up, but we don't really have time to basically do it properly. So we need some research ninja skills. Okay, don't take my word for it. Take Charles Montgomery. Has anyone read The Happy City? Hands up. If you haven't, please read it. It's amazing. It's brilliant. It's a sort of journalistic synthesis of a bunch of brilliant science, and it's made very accessible. He says, moving by our own power, walking, cycling, running results in us being happier. Science shows us we're less sad and rageful, fear, excellent. But also, if you're a city policymaker or a mayor, it's the step on the way to a happy city. So we must embrace it. I'm Scott. I'd love to talk to you more later, maybe more beers. Thank you very much.